Hey everyone, my name is Kartik Patel.
My name is Quinn Tony.
My name is Grace Sakaya.
My name is Emily Cleveland.
My name is Hannah Bobinger, and I'm a senior in chemical engineering and the current president of Mortarboard. This year, I chose to honor Dr. Thomas Rich, who is an associate professor of pharmacology, as my top prof. As a sophomore, Dr. Rich also facilitated my study abroad experience in Paris, France, where I was able to work with his colleague at the Sorbonne University in the Department of Biological Adaptation and Aging. And this past year, he was a huge help during my application process to medical school. Thank you, Dr. Rich, for all the wisdom you have given me, and I would definitely not be where I am today without your mentorship these past 4 years.
Beyond serving as my research mentor, he has truly pushed me out of my comfort zone, both with the breadth of science knowledge that he has taught me, and also has instilled in me a confidence in my capabilities and presentation skills. He has served as an incredible role model for me and for all other students who were lucky to have been taught by him in some way through his involvement in just about every committee that the school can put him on, and his open-mindedness, his forward thinking, and helping both graduates and undergraduates alike.
First and foremost, thank you so much for not only being the first, but also the best introduction to my major. Thank you so much for always creating a classroom that was not only fun and exciting, but engaging. Thank you for presenting material to me, but also to other students that allowed us to view the world from varying perspectives and allowed us to address our biases and preconceived notions that we had. But above everything else, thank you so much for just being a nice and caring human. I am so grateful that our paths were able to cross during my academic journey. So thank you once again, Dr. Mihika. You're truly incredible.
I chose Dr. Lillian because he's always pushing me to think outside of the box and always making sure that I'm trying my best in any subject, whether it's his class or another class. He also has really helped me to discover how to be a lifelong learner, which is something I've always loved. And I really just think he deserves this honor.
And then I also really appreciate Dr. Rice for her concern for her students. Being the biomedical sciences department chair, she has to make sure that all her students are also learning well. And so she never fails to take time out over her day to ask me how my classes are going and areas of improvement. And whenever certain concerns are brought up, she finds a way to solve them or help fix the situation. And it's something I very much appreciate. So thank you for all you do, Dr. Rice.
In the lab setting, Dr. Mockett has been not only my research mentor, but my research partner. He has guided me throughout every step in the process of completing my honors research thesis. I will always be grateful for the lessons and skills that I have acquired as a student of Dr. Mockett. Thank you so much for all that you have done.
The impact he's had on me personally, he has inspired me so much with his own career in public service as a judge and district attorney, which is something that I'm interested in doing. And so he's given me so much great advice and encouragement along the way as an individual, not just a student in his class. And so I appreciate that so much. And that's why I want to give him the recognition that he deserves at this event.
These past 2 years, she has guided me through this project and provided valuable feedback. Not only does she help me and other undergraduate students, but she also assists graduate students. She truly cares for each one of her students and helps us to succeed. So I am glad that I am able to honor her through this event.
In the past, literature was never my favorite subject, but he has made it very interesting and engaging this semester. Thanks to Dr. Sai, I now look at poetry and film with a whole new perspective.
As a foreign language professor at South, he is always motivating, patient, and encouraging with his students. His approachable nature and dedication to the success of his students has always made him stand out to me. I'm thankful to have had the privilege of studying under someone with the character and kindness of Dr. Widener.
Whenever we have research meetings, the first thing she always asks is how I'm doing, which I definitely appreciate. Dr. Thompson is a fantastic, amazing person, and I'm sure that also reflects in her home life and just how she lives day to day. So thank you, Dr. Thompson, for all that you do. I really appreciate you.
I met him during the summer of my freshman year, and he has not only been a mentor for my research project, but also has been such an important part of my decision into going into medical field. He has always been there for any questions I've had or anything I need. So I just want to say thank you so much, Dr. Tambe, for always being there and also being such a great guidance and a mentor to me.
Hey Dr. Tambe, I just wanted to take some time to say thank you for everything you've given me, from teaching me the importance of cell mechanics in medicine to inviting me into your home and letting me meet your family and teaching me how to play cricket. You have honestly been the absolute best mentor I could have asked for, and my college experience wouldn't have been the same without you. I'm going to miss you so much whenever I leave next year, but I know that you're going to be a friendship and a relationship that I will hold dear to my heart for a lifetime. So I hope you know how much of an impact you have on students' lives, because you've honestly changed my life for the better.
She makes HR exciting and fun with her real-life experiences. Let's just say people do some pretty interesting things that make you go, why? And that's where HR comes in. I know I'm going to be a better HR professional because I've been taught by Dr. Feeney. Thank you, Dr. Feeney, for all you do for your students.
I chose Dr. Flagg because she has been such an immense help with managing this club. I honestly could not have gone through this year without her help, and it has honestly been amazing, like going through this process with her, because she's been so understanding. And I'm actually very excited for her to eventually be my graduate professor for audiology's grad school, which I recently got accepted to.
Dr. Forbes will sit down with you and talk about anything, even personal things, and he'll take as much time as you need, even at a fault to his own work. Overall, Dr. Forbes is an excellent person, both inside and outside of the classroom and in the research lab. He's an amazing professor, an amazing mentor, and an outstanding human being. And that's why I'm nominating him for Top Prof.
Dr. Forbes, thank you so much for being such a wonderful mentor to and advocate for me. You've worked with me for hours to make sure I understand the basics of the complex field you love so much. You have taught me proper lab technique. Hello, balance. And you have met with me on countless occasions on pretty short notice to work on application materials with me, even though I know you're extremely busy. As a wide-eyed freshman, you managed to scare me a lot, but you have also encouraged me so much, and I know for a fact that I would not be confident enough to pursue my professional dreams without your mentorship.
He doesn't just put up a PowerPoint slide and tell you how to, just tells you to understand it, but he walks you through the concept, he walks you through the problem, and really gets down to why this is happening and how to interpret it. Not only that, he makes the entire class experience enjoyable and a fun time. And outside of class, Dr. Frank has really become almost like a friend to me. We've gotten coffee at Starbucks. Every time I see him on campus, it's like catching up with an old friend. And it's been really amazing, so I really appreciate Dr. Frank. Thanks, guys.
During the undergraduate virtual poster symposium last semester, Dr. Frank was one of 2 visitors that came to see my poster, the other being my mentor. Having a professor show this type of commitment to his students is one of the small blessings that really makes the college experience worth it. I know I'm not the only student who feels this way, because everyone says, "OMG, I love Dr. Frank," when his name is mentioned. So thank you for being a great professor, and know that you're making a big difference.
I walked into your office my sophomore year not knowing very much about research at all, and you've been amazingly patient with me. Often I would ask the same 2 or 3 questions just to make sure that I didn't mess something up, and you were always more than willing to explain it to me just one more time. In your immunology class, you always sent us these really cool articles about what was happening in the world of immunology and how it related to what we were learning. And I think that it was really appropriate considering that we were going through a pandemic at the time. I couldn't have asked for a better mentor to help me appreciate what it takes to be a good researcher, and I would be lost in writing my thesis without you. So I just wanted to say thank you so much.
My name is Emma Holm, and my professor that I chose to honor is Dr. Robert Holm, my father. Dr. Holm is a professor of music and piano, and he's been my piano teacher for a long time, and I've gotten to experience him as my teacher at a collegiate level as well. And as a teacher, as a professor, he's very patient. He's one of the most patient people or teachers that I know. As a performer, piano performer, he is skilled beyond belief. He's such an excellent pianist. And as a father, he is kind. And all of those things make for a wonderful professor and someone who gives back to the university and back to his students. So on behalf of myself as his daughter and as a student, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for what you do, and I know that your other students are thankful also.
Dr. Hudson has this amazing holistic view when it comes to teaching. Personally, Dr. Hudson has acted as a mentor on what a good teacher and leader are. Thank you, Dr. Hudson, for your years of professionalism, care for your students, and all of the office hours.
Dr. Honkannon's really an excellent research mentor. He's really great at listening and being able to provide feedback and solutions kind of based off of what we tell him. And but yeah, so he has advice whether it's like research related, med school related, pretty much anything under the sun. Dr. Honkannon, I'm super grateful to be in your lab, and I'm looking forward to the next year.
I'm here to honor Dr. Mir Zohair Hussein, professor here at the University of South Alabama since September of 1986, a man who has taught over 34 different courses in political science and international studies, who is highly revered by both students and faculty alike, and has been highly decorated throughout his time here at the university.
Dr. Kimball is also my research mentor, and honestly, we have gotten through the works. She has gotten me through a lot of tough times through my personal life as well as our research life, and we've really gotten through it together. She is so encouraging throughout all of my endeavors, and I really couldn't have done anything here at South without her. She deserves a lot of credit. She works hard for her students, and she puts a lot of time and effort into the community as well as the department. And congratulations, Dr. Kimball.
And I chose Dr. Kreitz as my top professor because she has truly shaped me as a student and has seen me grow professionally and academically since my freshman year.
Dr. Lewis is an amazing addition to the College of Nursing. She does so much, and most of it's kind of behind the scenes, so it may tend to go unnoticed, but definitely not by me. She's been so gracious enough to take me on as a mentee through my honors research, and she's also been a great mentor to me informally, as she does so much, and she's an amazing nurse educator. Thank you, Dr. Lewis, for all of your contributions.
I've only had her since January, but since then she's gone above and beyond for her students. Not only is she passionate about the course material, she's approachable and transparent. This is my 4th year at South, and I've never had a professor give such thoughtful feedback on every assignment.
Dr. McGill, I just wanted to say thank you for taking a chance on me as your first undergraduate honor student to mentor here at South, and I wanted to let you know that I'm going to cherish all the time that I spent learning from you and the friendship that we've come to have. You've truly transformed my college experience, and for that I'll always be grateful.
Without his advice and his guidance, I don't think I would be as confident as I am today in the research that I'm doing, and as passionate about what I'm studying and what I'm going to do for the next 20-30 years of my life. He truly is someone to look up to on campus and in the community in general, and I really hope this honor does him justice.
After finishing that crazy semester online and parting ways, so we thought, I later learned through some classmates he and I shared a common passion in disc golf. Now, as often as our schedules allow, he and I play around together on Saturday mornings. Dr. Montalvo deserves to be recognized as a top professor, not only for the sacrifices he makes for his students in his classes, but also for the genuine heart he has to be a friend to all he meets in everyday life.
I chose him because since my freshman year, he has been an excellent resource for me, working as my advisor and research mentor. He is now serving as my mentor for my thesis, and he has helped me integrate my interests of mechanical engineering and medicine, so I wanted to thank him by nominating him for top professor.
And from the first day of class, I realized that he was a professor that was dedicated to the success of his students, and every day I left with some sort of positive note from him, and that really stuck out to me, and I've carried that with me my entire undergraduate career, and I really want him to know that that is something that's meaningful, and his students really do recognize this.
I chose Dr. Rogers as my top prof because he is one of the professors that has had the greatest impact on my undergraduate education. His continued dedication to student success has been unmatched by any other professor I've encountered at the university, and for that I felt like he deserved the recognition of top prof.
Dr. Rogers, much like an adopted grandfather for so many students, is always happy to talk about anything outside of chemistry, and he consistently makes decisions out of compassion as well as the desire to see his students succeed. Being a STEM major and also someone who feels strongly about personal interaction and relationship building, Dr. Rogers has had a huge positive impact on me by the way he exemplifies this daily. To Dr. Rogers, I want to thank you for all you have done for me and for so many other students, and I hope to stay in touch for many years to come.
And the reason that I wanted to recognize her is because she was my mentor throughout the entirety of my thesis project. I could not have accomplished what I did without her and her guidance and her teaching. And throughout the entire process, she has just shown me so much kindness and patience and working with me during my entire nursing program. So I would just like to recognize her and thank her so much for everything that she's done for me.
I really enjoyed her class. I took her when I was a sophomore. I took quant chemistry with her, and I just want to say it was one of the best classes I've ever taken. I owe most of my chemistry knowledge to her, and I just want to say that I'm really glad I ran into a professor like that at the University of South Alabama, and I hope she keeps making more students learn more chemistry.
Mr. Hunt has had a profound impact on both my personal and scholastic life here at South. Mr. Hunt is an excellent professor, friend, and most importantly, a fantastic mentor. Thank you so much for all you have done for me, Mr. Hunt. It is truly a privilege to have the opportunity to honor you tonight.
He taught me that research might involve a lot of trial and error, but it's important to stay patient and not get too discouraged. I learned to keep an open mind because a breakthrough is so worthwhile in the end. It's apparent how much Dr. Sherman truly loves his job and has a passion for research. He's gone above and beyond the expectations of a top prof at our university. Thank you for everything, and go Jags.
Ms. Eileen Bosses has not only served me as an academic advisor, but as a professor as well. She never ceases to amaze me with her vast amount of knowledge. Ms. Bosses is the most creative, innovative, and knowledge-filled person. I'm glad to have experienced her teaching in these 4 years in the Department of Health, Kinesiology, and Sport, and I hope others get to enjoy this jewel that we have in this department.
Dr. Susan Santoli continues to inspire me to be the best me that I can be. Not only does she go above and beyond to do everything, but she also makes sure that you, as an educator, are well-rounded and prepared with all the materials and resources that you need. She currently serves as my honors mentor, helping me do research and write my thesis, as well as she serves as my advisor for school. Thank you, Dr. Santoli, for everything you've done. I truly don't know what I would have done these past 3 years without you.
Having been a student in both his managerial econ and intermediate micro courses as well, I can attest that Dr. Afuso is one of the few professors who makes connections with his students to ensure that they learn, not simply study the material. It's for this reason that I've asked him to be my guest at 2021's Top Prof Banquet.
So to all of the faculty, administrators, and advisors being honored tonight,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
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 Thank you so much for all you do.